What an entertaining weekend of football so far. I'm just going to give you a quick summary of what happened over Saturday, over the top main games, just to, have a little conversation about it. On Friday night, we saw Leicester lose again. They fell off a cliff. They've gone from first to third, with Ipswich taking first place due to Southampton also drawing, as well as Leeds. So Ipswich go first at the moment. I don't know what's going on with Leicester. They're having a nightmare. What's going on? They were flying. They were winning 12 games on the bounce. And now they just can't seem to get anything right at the moment. So yeah, that's what happened on Friday night. Nothing else really happened as it was Easter Friday. Not many games were played. But starting off on Saturday, we had Napoli that hosted Atalanta, and they got battered 3-0 as their season goes from bad to worse as they set 8th in the Serie A. We were talking about them having being really good last season with Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia. Osimhen got injured and now they are in a rut they can't seem to get out of. Heading on to the 12:30 kickoff where we head to Newcastle as they hosted West Ham. Newcastle took the early lead with an Alexander Isak penalty, which he nicely converted. Then they failed to, bounce on that, continue to score. West Ham took a 3-1 lead, but then West Ham hit a wall. They went half an hour without having a shot on target, which allowed Newcastle to eventually make it 3-3 with Harvey Barnes scoring a last-minute winner. Anthony Gordon got 3 assists and then decided to get sent off. The Twitter, FPL was going crazy, updating his stats at the St James's Park. He's got 8 assists now, 7 goals, something like that, 8 goals at St James's Park in 15 games this season, which is amazing. But why did you go and get sent off? What's the point? They weren't they were winning and then he gets sent off. Heading over to the Bundesliga, Leverkusen we all thought they were going to get the can. They were going to lose to Hoffenheim, but no, they didn't. They scored twice. They scored once in the 88th minute and then the 90 plus first with Patrick Schick sending them to a nice comfortable win. They just can't be defeated. It's 41 games unbeaten now this season for Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen. It's amazing. And he said at the game he's going to stay on for another year, which isn't good for us because Liverpool wanted to get him as a manager. Well, nothing was set, but all the fans were like, he's going to be our manager. Turns out he won't be for another year. Bayern also failed to win again. They now fall 13 points behind Leverkusen, sitting at second. Which Thomas Tuchel, he said he's going to leave, and instead of doing it's going to excel the team, they've just fallen off a cliff. Don't know why, but they have. Anyway, heading to the south coast where Bournemouth took a lead against Everton. Dominic Solanke scored another 16 goals this season, really fighting for that England space for the Euros. Don't think he'll get it because he just kind of offers the same as any other striker. He's not really got anything different to his game. Before Beto scored a a late equaliser anyway, before Seamus Coleman, the experienced man, put the ball in his own net to give the Cherries the last minute win. Heading to London, you got nightmares for Pochettino as they failed to beat Burnley. They went ahead at some point in the game, failed to win. Obviously, Cole Palmer scoring twice, one penalty, one not. Burnley getting a red card and then getting the manager sent off because he disagreed with the decision. It's just, why the decision's done. Why are you, trying to fight it? He gets himself sent off. He's now watching it in the stands. Heading to Nottingham, the points were shared at the City Ground between Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. Oh, then you go to the Midlands. The Blades they was on fire. Went 3-1 up against informed Fulham. They had a fourth goal, but obviously got ruled out for offside. And then they slowly just pinched back the game before Muniz scored a bicycle kick that is just creme de la creme to level it late on in the match. Going back to London, Spurs, we thought they were having a nightmare, but they keep clawing the wins back at some point in the game. They come back to beat Luton 2-1, and then they go to 4th place before the Villa game. So they sit 4th, and then Villa snatch that spot back in the Midlands derby between Aston Villa and Wolves. Villa, I reckon they'll get top 4. They'll secure it. I don't think Spurs they don't really have that hit factor. They don't punch, they don't punish people as well as Villa do. Brentford. It was all done for you, wasn't it? Mason Mount scored a late goal. Casemiro passed it through to Mason Mount. But the goal was cancelled out 3 minutes later by Ajer. 90 plus 9. These games are getting ridiculous. They're like 100 minutes minimum. They're just taking the piss with it. Yeah, extra time, 9 plus 9. Horrendous stuff for United. Another non-win for them. Other results across the world this weekend so far. Ronaldo got a hat-trick in a 5-1 win. Porto lose 1-0 with 2 players sent off. Barcelona snatch a win against Las Palmas with Rafinha getting the only goal. AC Milan beat Fiorentina 2-1. And then Juve lose to Lazio 1-0. It was a late goal from Maricic to get Lazio the 3 points. Yeah, that's what happened on Saturday and Friday coverage. We'll see you soon. Have a good one.